Hi, I'm Larry Manetti from Magnum PI. Remember me? I played Rick. And over the years, I've been asked so many times to republish my book, Aloha Magnum, which is a 5-star hit. Well, folks, I did it. If you want to see the behind-the-scenes episodes and all the naughty things that went on Magnum PI, you go to the internet and punch up LarryManetti.com, and Aloha Magnum is there at your reach. I thank you for your loyalty. Take care, folks.
It's the Dick Van Dyke Show with Maury Amsterdam and Rosemarie, Mary Tyler Moore, and Dick Van Dyke as himself. Brought to you by Lever Brothers. And now here's the guest star, Larry Manetti.
And that was, without a doubt, my favorite show.
I love that show.
I love it.
I love when he trips over the ottoman. That's so cute.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Did he?
that. Yeah.
When he,
Yeah.
you
Yes,
know,
he did. Every episode.
If everybody would just come into the studio.
Rosemary-
No, wait. They will see me punch out my horn.
And Rosemary and Maury Amsterdam, they were, without those two, there would be no show.
Oh, yeah, and Richard Deacon, we forgot.
Yes,
And Carl
yes.
Reiner on occasion,
But
who
Rosemary
celebrated his
especially.
90th birthday, like I think yesterday or the day before.
Oh.
Carl Reiner, 90 years old, going
Really?
strong, yes.
I just saw him. What the heck was the movie? We
Guy's
just saw
90
it
and he's
in,
doing great.
Ocean's 11.
Oh,
He
that
was
was
terrific.
a while ago.
Yeah, that was a while back.
Yeah.
Anyway, so do we
gotta
have
bring-
Rosemary?
Yes,
we do.
Hello.
Rosemary,
I can hardly hear you.
can you turn it up, guys, in the engineering room?
We got it.
She
Go
can't
ahead.
hear.
No?
Can you hear us?
Very vaguely.
Rosemary, do you remember it's Larry Manetti?
Yeah.
You yeah, I could hear the Brooklynese on you.
Uh-huh.
So, the last time we met, we were in Mateo's.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Yeah, it's a long time.
It sure is.
But I never forgot you, and I'm here with Nancy and my buddy Mike Horn. And
Oh, you're nice.
we're big fans of yours, darling.
That's very sweet.
And I want to ask you a question. I heard by a little birdie that years ago, Al Capone and Bugsy Siegel, they helped you?
Very much so. I
How?
worked for Bugsy at the Flamingo in Vegas. In fact, I opened the Flamingo in 1946 with Jimmy Durante and Xavier Cugat.
Wow.
And Bugsy Siegel was the owner at that time.
Well, tell me a little bit about him, because I've always been curious about Ben Siegel. I knew Alan Smiley. Do you remember him?
Who?
Alan Smiley.
Yeah.
Yeah, Smiley. He was with Ben. They were partners. But
Yeah.
I always wondered, was Ben Siegel as articulate as the movie portrayed him to be?
He was a very sweet man. He was very good to me, and he was very kind. And I thought he was kind of handsome, and he was a gentleman as far as I was concerned.
Well, that's good enough for me. What about Al Capone?
Al Capone was just the same. In fact, he said, "From now on, I'm Uncle Al." He gave me a dinner ring with 3 diamonds in it, which I still have.
Wow. That's fantastic.
I had dinner at their house. I was working at the Palace Theater in Chicago, and he came around and told my dad he wanted to take me to dinner because the boys wanted to meet me. So he came around the next day, and we went to his home in Cicero, Illinois. You know where that is.
Oh, yes.
And-
Yeah, I was raised in Chicago.
And I walked in, and there was a long table with about 24 guys, and they were all the boys, you know.
Yeah, that's
One of them,
great.
Willie the Ice Pick. So many people.
Jack McGurn.
Huh?
Jack McGurn. They were all Italians. That's what you are.
Thank you.
That's right.
So I want to ask you a question. Do you agree with me that without Al Capone, there would have never been a Vegas without Al Capone and Bugsy Siegel?
Well, not Al so much as Bugsy. Bugsy went on his own to build this place, and the boys back east gave him about $2 million. And after in those days, that was a lot of money. He ran out of money because he really didn't know what he was doing. He was building a gorgeous hotel and casino because Vegas was nothing but cowboy stuff and sand. And he built this place that looked like it belonged in Monaco.
Right.
And the boys got mad and said no more money. So the owner of the Hollywood Reporter said, I'll give you the money. And he gave him the money to finish the Flamingo. And that's how the Flamingo got started. I don't know when Al came into it.
Well, when I say Al, I'm talking about his underlings, the guys that came up after Al Capone. Those were the guys that built like the Stardust Hotel, the Desert Inn, the newer guys, the Chicago
Well, I knew
mob.
all of them because I worked in Vegas a lot.
Yeah.
And at the dinner, Al Capone said to me and my father, he said, don't worry, we'll take care of her. If anything, you let us know. And at that time, all the highest nightclubs and places were owned by the boys.
Right.
And I worked every one of them.
Yeah, all right. Well, then you know what I'm talking about.
What?
Did you know Al Sachs?
I can't hear you.
Did you know Al Sachs?
I can't hear
Al
you.
Sachs. Did you know Al Sachs?
Who?
Al Sachs.
Al?
Yeah,
Sachs. Who was he, Nancy?
he was the guy that cleaned the bathrooms at the Stardust
Thank you very
Hotel.
much, ladies and
I don't
gentlemen.
know. Go to
Rosemary, I got to ask you a question. And you started your career, at age 3? Tell us about that.
What started my career?
Yeah, you were 3 years old. How did you start?
I won an amateur contest in New York.
Wow. And then you were on the radio or something? You became a radio star at that time?
Well, at that time, NBC heard about this child performer and signed me to a contract. And I worked, I had my own radio show when I was 5 years old on NBC.
See, Mike,
Wow.
And people used to write in and say, that's not a child, that's a 45-year-old midget. There's no things like that. Because I sounded like Sophie Tucker. And so NBC decided to send me out in vaudeville, which was the tail end of vaudeville, to prove that I was a child. And I played all the RKO theaters across the country
That is
to
incredible.
prove I was a child.
That is, and so you're baby Rosemary, and then you do your own radio show, and then what do they call you? The darling of the airwaves? Is that what you're
Oh,
telling?
I had many titles.
Really? What were some of them? Some of the titles?
It was Baby Rosemary.
That's good.
So, Rosemary, it's Larry. When you
What?
worked, this might sound corny, but I got to ask this question. When you worked with on the Dick Van Dyke Show, were you a happy camper? I mean, was Dick nice to you?
Was I a handicapper?
No, that's what I want to find out. If you
yeah,
were.
okay.
We
now
want to
they
ask that question too. Hold on.
Did you play the horses?
We're going to take a quick commercial break. So, Rosemary, stay on the line. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to find out if you were a handicapper, and we're also going to find out what it was like working with Dick Van Dyke. So, stay on the line, okay? Take a quick break here. It's the PM show with the one and only Larry Manetti, Nancy Manetti, and the lovely Rose Marie is with us on the phone, ladies and gentlemen. She'll be right back. Stay with us. It's CRN Weekend Edition. Oh, it's a good show today. We love the Dick Van Dyke Show, and especially we love baby Rose Marie. She's great. Stay with us.